Okay, here's the current situation. Our house is a disaster, and I have to fit all this stuff with my bike and some bags off in this and in this.
In the suitcase.
Okay, 1 hour later, yeah, we're packed now. Alrighty, so yes, we are beginning to get ready to go to Arkansas for Doom. This will be my first solo ultra gravel mountain bike race, and I was super nervous. Thank goodness I had Matthew with me to help support me and everything in my setup, but making sure I get enough probiotics in and kind of get the nutrition in before I know I'll be kind of low on it. We got a really kind of nice rental car, kind of off-roading, which was perfect. It was a bit of a stack to always get the bikes in, but moved us right to our cool first night camping spot where we tested out the lights to make sure they were bright enough. And then we got a nice little one bedroom kind of like, what do you call it, an A-frame. And then of course, you know, there's nature. So yeah, going into this, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't have any expectations. It was super rainy the first day, so they ended up pushing it back a day, which is fine. I was actually super relieved because the river crossings like here were massive and can be super dangerous, even in car. So we kind of hung out the first couple days because we didn't change our tickets, and that gave us the ability to really kind of like get what we needed, get food, and I also got some merino wool socks because I needed some. I knew it was going to be cold. And then like, yeah, we had all the time to unpack, which was super nice, and also kind of study the newish route that Andrew created. So it was nice to have that extra time to eat, to rest, recover, and kind of get ready for the big start. So yeah, sign in happened, and it kind of all happened in a blur. Super cool. I loved the bike barn. This whole area is super cool. It was so great to be able to kind of experience all of this. I mean, I've experienced this before, but it's just kind of different knowing that you have a long route ahead of you. So went over everything I had in my bags. We got our bells for good luck. We attached it all. I actually had to detach it because I needed to for the start. So yeah, cold start, super cold, but I layered pretty well. And yeah, we began the ceremony, and that was the beginning. Kind of a crazy start. People were kind of wanting to go fast because we were sent up a hill right away. So it was kind of chaotic, but I mean, I'm used to chaotic starts. So I just kind of took it easy. Of course, I had way too many layers on. Oh my gosh, I was like sweating so much. So really need to make sure to not over sweat because it was going to be the whole day and the night being super cold. So, you know, I just took the time to make sure I stopped and took layers off when I got too hot. Yeah, I mean, the first day was super wet, super muddy. There were definitely some river crossings and really steep inclines. I brought my kitchen gloves. They were super helpful. So if you're ever in a rainy race, kitchen gloves are the best. So yeah, just kind of cruising around. I wanted to just keep a good pace. I ended up having to adjust a few more things on my setup because a few bags were hitting, but I figured it out, and we were off to my favorite part, which was the single track. Now, this single track was really fun. I enjoyed it, but it had a lot of river crossings, and it was like, okay, do we take our shoes off? Because we wanted our shoes to stay dry. But honestly, like, my shoes were already wet from the get-go. So I kind of did the first river crossing without my shoes, and then ended up just kind of sending it the rest of the ones. Just because, like, even like this mud pile here, like your feet got wet regardless. So having bags was super helpful. It was such a cool single track. It took way longer than expected, but the good thing is I heard it took very long, so I expected it to be super long. And yeah, it was like a 2-3 hour single track section for not many miles. That's when I kind of realized that I need to reassess things on how everything's going. I'm 87K in. I'm pretty sure it's been like over 6 hours. Feels like it. I'm trying to get to 100K to the county store and just kind of reassess some ideas that I think about getting into the cold night and making sure my stuff is charged. The stomach's not feeling too great, so I'm just trying to go easy, trying to keep stuff down. Yeah, this pavement's nice though. Like 3-4K from the stop. And I still haven't hit 100K. Dear me. It's been a long trek. It's like a party here. Bathroom update. I'm really tired. It's really rugged out there and super, super muddy. Kind of rethinking how I might go through the night because it's going to get pretty cold. So, yeah, I guess maybe I'll get back to you about. Alright, kind of just recollect myself. I did contemplate getting an Airbnb, but I layered up and I'm gonna ride through the night. So, yeah. Put on and take off my jacket. But that's fine at this point. It's like 7 p.m. It's gonna get dark a bit earlier just because of all the clouds. I'm really gonna try to push through the night. I really want to make it to that community center. At a low point back there, but I pushed through. I don't know how many to go, but I'll just keep pushing. Getting darker. I'm gonna wait till the last light to put my lights on because I really want to maximize them all night. I'll have my outbound light kind of charged once it needs it. So I have my batteries nearby, my battery banks. So yeah, 109K in 12 hours. Oh my god. It's dark, as you can see. I'm getting a boost of energy because for some reason I like riding in the night. It's a lot warmer than I was expecting, and I love the perception of nighttime riding. I'm waiting till last minute. There's still a tiny bit of light, but I'm waiting till last minute so I can just preserve batteries. Okay, it's like 4 a.m. I tried to stop and sleep, but I couldn't because it was too cold. So I just closed my eyes for like 20 minutes. Alright, made it through night 1. Oh my god. Frickin' look at the sunrise. It's gonna be colder for a little bit longer, but I'll take it because I know the sunshine's coming. Super happy. Oh my god. That was freaking hard. I could not sleep for the life of me of how cold it was, so I just rode. Worth the views though. Day frickin' 7 hours to do. It took 7 hours to do 100K, less than 100K. I don't know what the heck happened, but the night was terrifying. Excuse my French. It was so scary. I was so terrified. Just being alone. There's desolate areas, and so I blasted podcasts on my phone. I slept for like 3 hours. For me, every pedal stroke is closer. I get these waves of like, I'm just gonna go all the way, come on. And then I get waves of, I wanna quit. They come and go, they're consistent. I don't know. I'm just tired out of my mind. And I keep picturing the finish. And I just wanna be there. And it's really cool seeing everybody's perceptions of their strengths and weaknesses through ultras, how they handle it too. I got like no sleep last night. I was so tired. I was like falling asleep on my bike, hallucinating. Trees were turning into people. I thought I saw some monkeys on the side. And I swear like something was gonna attack me, and then all of a sudden I got so tired that like I just like didn't feel anything. I was like, full moon, or at least I thought it was full moon, and this quiet creeping up this road in the middle of freaking nowhere, not a single human in sight. I'll never forget, I started riding through this section with these huge trees like blooming next to me, and I was like, oh my god, freaking terrifying. So when I got to the tack shack, I was just so happy to see people, because there had been riders that I passed, we just didn't ride together. At that time you're just all struggling and hallucinating. So it's just the whole freaking night. Maybe that's why time went by so fast. Well, that's a wrap of Doom. Being my first ultra, solo, self-supported, it was pretty thrilling. There's a lot I learned. A lot I learned about setup and about not stopping as much. But I think I did pretty well with layering for the cold and, you know, working through sleep deprivation. I probably got about 4 hours of sleep, maybe, in the 3 days that I rode. So yeah, it was super hard, but you know, something calls me back, so I will be signing up for ones in the future, so stay tuned. But overall, Andrew has created such a great community out there. I never would have thought Arkansas is like that. I've never would have thought people are so amazing there. And the community of bikepacking is super great there. Like, it's really hard to explain, but it feels like family. Even though like we're not like riding together the whole time, but we're all enduring kind of like the same hardships. And, you know, in the end, when we all just kind of chilled out, super tired still, I just felt like they were family. It's something special about what you all go through out there, you know, whether it's like hallucinations, dogs chasing you, but we all have something to share and super tips. And I really love that community. So thank you to Andrew for making Doom what it is. And you know what? I'll be back because I love it so much. But hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you around.
Is what's ahead.